You will know you made the right decision when you pick the hardest and most painful choice, and yet your heart is at peace. Great morning world, great morning UAE. Camila Iman here, hotelier's blogger. So today, one of the great leaders will join us to tackle this one particular and significant thing, leadership, and will impart her knowledge to help us reach our goals. I am pleased to introduce to you my special guest, an award-winning hotelier, a gold medalist graduate in hotel management, and started her career in hotel industry in 2003 with Sheraton Group of Hotels, Chennai and Bangalore, India. Moved to Dubai and worked with Grand Hyatt Hotel, then to Raffles Hotel as Assistant Director of Housekeeping. She also joined Fairmont, Cairo as Director of Housekeeping and joined Kempinski Hotel Mall of the Emirates as Executive Housekeeper. She got promoted as Regional Room Specialist and Master Trainer of Housekeeping for Kempinski Group of Hotels worldwide. She was then transferred to Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi as Executive Housekeeper for 2.5 productive years. Currently, she is the Executive Housekeeper of Bahi Ajman Palace. My brethren, let's welcome this beautiful, courageous, principled, and a woman of power, Miss Pamini Hemaprabha. Hi, Miss Pamini.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too. Oh, Miss Pamini, so how's life?
Great. Thanks, Camila. It's so good to see you.
Anyway, I'm so glad that you're back. You're guesting here again.
Yes.
And I love the topic that we are going to tackle. Oh my gosh. And this is all about leadership. Well, for you, what is leadership?
Leadership. We have heard it all. We have heard many people speak about leadership. We feel, we are told so and so is a leader, but what is actually a leadership? It's actually an emotion. A common man feels of a representative, you know. You can't, there is no proper definition of a leadership. I think leadership is something a lot to do with your attitude and with your character as a person, because no matter which organization you are in, maybe politics, maybe firms, maybe executive, maybe in your own house, even if you're a housewife, you are leading somebody, you're leading your family.
Exactly.
So you are a leader of your family. So I don't think it is perceived to women or men who are into business. Leadership about looking after people whom you are leading, looking after their well-being, fighting for what is right for them, feeling, empathizing and sympathizing with them, getting a strong emotional connect. So if you're in a corporate organization and you have a number of people under you, if you can connect with them and lead them to their success, I think you are a leader. So I don't think there is any definition. So even if you're a housewife, you connect with your kids, you connect with your family, your husband, your in-laws, your mother, father, you know, your family, and you're leading them day to day to a beautiful life. You're shaping your kids into a beautiful human beings, whereby you emotionally connect with them. So wherever those kind of bonding comes, people stop perceiving you as a boss and they perceive you as a leader. So I think it's so important. That's why there can be 100 bosses but one leader.
You know, when I was reading about leadership, I noticed that there are 100, definitions of leadership. But what is exactly, the right definition of leadership?
And not just saying it, but walking the talk.
Yes.
It's like literally people who work with you will always be, following you, not because you are their head of the department or you are their boss. It's simply because they know how to connect with you. And that's why, there's a saying, I don't know, Camila, if you've heard, people say that people never forget how they are made to feel. But they may forget your freebies, your your gifts, your perks, but they never forget the way you make them feel. Because feeling is an inner soul connect, So I think if you are felt about working with somebody in such a way, then it's a feeling. And how does that happen? Leaders create those feelings.
Exactly. Absolutely. Okay. Because freebies, these material things, it will go on.
It will go.
Yes.
It will fade away.
Exactly. but the emotions that you instill, the emotions that you planted to people, it will remain. Do you think there is a perfect leader?
No. I think it depends on the situation, the circumstances, the kind of role you do. We can all try to be a perfect leader, but there isn't any definition of a perfect leader. There is no do's and don'ts of a leader. I think it depends if you are working in an organization, or if you are at home, or if you are in your casuals, you know, wherever you are, there is no proper way of it. I think people are different, emotions are different, situations are different, and so is the timing, you know. So a leader is somebody who can gel into the different kind of people, connect with different people,
different
typings,
different attitudes,
absolutely,
different mentality,
absolutely. And then if you can get the other side of people to think the way you think, I think you are already winning half of the battle, you know. So I think you have to be very people person in order to be a leader. You have to be very people person. You have to be less of you and more of
more of people, less of yourself. You as an executive housekeeper, you are on top. You have people look up on you, right? So you are not just, as I see it, you are not just a manager. You are not just an executive housekeeper. You are a leader.
Thank you.
Is a manager can be a leader?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. You know, today's world, as they say, it's a very high-tech world. And number of technology, you name it. This phase is a phase where invention is at its peak.
So when you say technology, does it affect how it affects the leadership? Because you just mentioned technology. Okay.
No, I mean, technology means everything is fast around you. People don't have patience. Crowd has become impatient. The kids have become impatient. You know, everything is at your reach now. The communication, the social media, everything. So in this fast world, how do you keep patient? How do you stay patient? I think it's an art to be able to connect with people, because if you see the leadership years ago was a lot different than leadership of today's age. Because people are different, circumstances are different. The environment of today's world is so different that you have to be a leader who's constantly changing with the times. So you can't say that leader of 30 years ago, the way they thought, the way they led the people, would be an apt way of leading people today. Absolutely not. I think you have to read the pulse of today's generation. Be adaptive to new things, you know. Stay rich.
So to be able to, you know,
stay on top of information. Be today's person than yesterday's person or tomorrow's. Be today's person. I think you have to be more into the current situation, and then accept the way it is. And if a manager can come to think of, you know, these current situations and come in terms of it, I think you can always get that leader out of it. But the problem is people are so much into themselves. Me, my job, my family, my promotion, my career, my friends, you know, that it's
always me. It's always me.
People don't come out of it.
I
never wanted to be a manager like that, you know, because I remember, you know, there was one person asked me that, do you have any mentors? It's so sad when so many people look up to me as me being their mentor. I still have no one. I still have no one in the industry who have coached me, mentored me, guided me, literally spent time with me, you know, Camila. Because in order to be that person, you have to be. I think probably that's why people kind of connect with me, is because I really invest time, not money.
That's
or
important.
I invest time. I make them sit with me. I do brainstorming sessions. I really talk about what to expect of this life, how to lead a, you know, balanced life, how to shape your careers, and, you know, what kind of a human being or a leader you should be. And that's a time-taking process, very lengthy time-taking process. Nobody did that to me, and that's how I learned the importance of it. And thereby, I'm glad that, you know, people down the line start believing in your thoughts, and they follow you, and that's when you realize, and the crowd realizes, oh, she was different. Oh, this person made sense.
You will be noticed.
You will be noticed, you know.
Stunningly beautiful, stunningly gorgeous, not because you are physically gorgeous, but because you stand out from the rest, you know, from the crowd. You
Absolutely.
shine. That's a leader.
Like you.
The leader really shines.
Absolutely. Have you seen that, you know, in jungle stories and
Yes.
all, you know, lion always stays the king
Yes.
of the jungle. You know why? Because you may find donkeys coming together, you
Yeah.
may find odd animals coming together, but lion never comes. They group.
Yes.
They are single,
Alone.
and they have their own reputation.
Exactly.
Why? Because people fear the courage.
Mhm.
There are more courageous and there are more stronger animals than lion, but lion has not been replaced.
Exactly. Yeah, until now.
Until now,
They
we
are still the
in
king.
storybooks we consider lion as the king of the jungle. Why? Because the characters, the attitudes that a lion bring, you know, walking alone, being very clear with the strategies and the attitude, they don't change with time, you know. So people also, you see certain people are apart from the crowd. You know, they take time. 10 years ago, my personality didn't change now. I was like this right from the start. When you think different, you may not have great fan followings at the beginning. You have people, you know, not believing in you. People always questioning your styles and, you know, trying to mock you, trying to laugh at you.
Most of the time.
And if you survive that phase, Camilla, if anyone survives the initial phasing of people mocking at you and you ignore them with your style, and you still believe in yourself, you give importance to yourself, not others, is when the success would follow you.
I love that line. This is what I quoted from her. She said one day, she said, I will never compromise my principle and dignity. And that's what I am doing as well. Because it's good when you are a leader, don't compromise your principles and dignity.
Absolutely. One of my favorite saying of the life is a beautiful proverb once I read, which stuck in my mind forever, and which I would like to share it with you. It's about a time. There comes a time in everybody's life when the whole life flashes before your eyes. You just have to make sure it's worth watching. And that's what I would give it to you back. That lead a life in such a beautiful way that the day comes when you have to say goodbye to this life, of when your whole life flashes before your eyes, you just take such a pride and your heart fills with joy, and you take extreme happiness with you in seeing your life the way you have lived, making others reach their goals, helping others, fighting for others' cause, being a leader, never leading like a boss. And these are some of the tips that I would like to leave you with. So give it a thought. It's not a bad idea to be a leader. So there's never too late to be a leader. It's now or never.
So there, guys, you've heard a lot from her, and I am so empowered as well. Miss Pamini, thank you so much. And truly, I cannot say thank you enough. Saying thank you is not really enough for her kindness, you know, for her understanding. Every time I ask her to be my guest, she will never say no. Again,
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God will reward you.
All the best. You guys rock.